Good morning, ACBR members and the broader Atlanta commercial real estate community. My name is Ahrenkiel. I serve on the board of directors of the Atlanta Commercial Board of Realtors, and I'm this year's Government Affairs Chair. Thank you for your continued membership with ACBR, and thank you for checking in today to watch this short video. As we attempt to navigate this very difficult time in our country, we wanted to provide you with some up-to-date information that will assist you in your business. Today, I'm pleased to have Aaron Johnson, ACBR's Government Affairs Director, join me to discuss a few of the decisions that are being made by cities and counties in the metro area and what this means for our industry. So Aaron, tell us about ACBR's role in a time like this.
Good morning, Chris. Thank you for having me. The first thing that our responsibility is to get the facts straight from all the various governments' ever-changing mandates. We do understand that Atlanta is different from Brookhaven, is different from Cobb, is different from Gwinnett. And a lot of times people hear things and they think it's one thing, but the actual facts are slightly different. So what we try to do is make sure all of our members understand exactly what the rules are and what they are able to do during this time. And of course, we interpret that information for our members and we disseminate that information for our members. Lastly, we advocate for our members. As you know, there are certain issues. Some counties or cities may allow construction and some may not. Some may allow the ability for people to be out and about, and some may not. So what we do is make sure that our industry is included on what we call, for instance, essential businesses. And that is to make sure that the business of real estate continues to thrive during these times.
Great, thank you. And I know you and I talk multiple times every single day on ways to protect our industry. Can you elaborate a little bit more and share with this group how ACBR is advocating for commercial real estate?
I think the biggest thing that we're doing, the two biggest things I believe we're doing is, number one, we're advocating to assure that real estate is considered an essential business. Some local jurisdictions may say all businesses are closed except for essential businesses, and they have a listing as to exactly what that is. We want to make sure that real estate, commercial real estate, is listed under essential businesses. We also want to make sure that, for instance, on a statewide level, as you know, we're working to get third-party inspections done for high rises. When they wrote the law, right now it's pretty much residential and mid to low rise buildings, but inspections are essential for the continued construction of most buildings, or all buildings actually. And we want to make sure that high-rise buildings are included in that. On a federal level, we just got some news yesterday. As you know, 1031 like-kind exchanges, as well as opportunity zones, have deadlines from when you start a process. Well, the federal government and the realtors have worked, the realtors advocacy arm has worked really hard to extend those deadlines to make sure that these specific types of business deals are not affected or not disrupted because of what's going on with the coronavirus at this time. So those are just a couple of things that we are advocating on behalf of our members.
Those are important issues often overlooked when we don't have people like yourself working on our behalf. So thank you. Share with the group which government offices and functions are operating during this time and what impact that will have on the way we do business.
Absolutely. Most government functions, essential government functions, are continuing to work. The only difference is it's a virtual process now. When you go through the planning, but you have to be careful. And we have on our website a document that lets you know what government is doing what, which government is doing what, in that most of them are allowing, for instance, most of them are delaying plans to be submitted. However, if your process is already started and there's information that you need to send in, you have to do it electronically. We're even doing contracts. They're working to move contracts that have to be signed virtually. There's a move right now for the state to allow closings, for instance, to be done, notarizations to be done remotely. So there are a couple different aspects that the government has changed. Most governments are trying as hard as they can to continue working, but obviously in a virtual manner.
Perfect. Finally, with mandates such as Mayor Bottom's stay-at-home order and other jurisdictions following suit or doing something similar, what are we allowed to do right now?
Primarily, most businesses, or at least the real estate industry and the construction side of real estate, is allowed to continue as an essential business. In most local jurisdictions, real estate and construction are carved out in these stay-at-home, shelter-in-place, and emergency declarations that these cities and counties have submitted. However, they do ask that you all follow the CDC's social distancing guidelines, trying to make sure that your workers are more than 6 feet apart. Obviously, in a construction site, they can be pretty spread out. So you want to make sure that even when you go into the office, that you don't have more than 10 people congregate at a time. And those 10 people have to be 6 feet apart. Outside, you just want to make sure everybody maintains that distancing and try to do as much work remotely as possible. Whereas you can go into the office during these particular functions, if it's available to work from home, please, please, please try very hard to work remotely as much as possible, as you and I are doing now.
That's good advice. Thank you. Aaron, you're a real asset to the commercial real estate community, and we're lucky to have you. So thank you. You're welcome. Thank you all for joining us today. For the latest news, please make sure to visit www.atlcbr.com.